Oh, you're a big tub of lard, aren't you? Aren't you? You're a big tub of lard. And nobody wants to look at you bite. You'll put up with this for a while, and then you'll start squirming to get free, won't you? That's how it always is. It always starts that way. Hi, Deeper Understanding. Hi, Pam. Hi, Brandon. There we go. Now people are starting to pop on here. How's everyone doing? Yeah, we're back again. At it again. Yeah, he walked off. Now he's bored. Morning, Nancy. How's everybody doing today? Yeah, it's supposed to be hot here today too. It's not going to be as hot as it was last weekend. We were in the hundreds last weekend, but um, it's going to be it's still going to be warm. We're going to be in like the mid 90s or something. I was outside a little bit ago. It isn't actually too bad right now, but it's 10:30. So and the thumb is doing better. I got it in a Band-Aid right now. Just not necessarily for now, but just because I'm going to be outside working. I think in the garage today. I want to finally get control of the garage. Yeah, I like the house too. It is. I got a long ways to go, but that's the way it works. I'm making progress. Does Spielberg know that I saw the final cut before him? No, he probably doesn't even know I exist. And I'm sure they probably told him it was the virgin print, even though it wasn't. Hello, look who came and visit. Yeah, I decided to hang the flag up behind me, but I guess the positioning is I got my head in the way here. Hot in Georgia. Yeah, it's hot. It's supposed to be hot here today too. I think they're saying 95 or 96. Look who's going for the kitty treats already. We know how you work. Oh, and there's the other one out there wandering around in the background there. So she'll make her appearance at some point. She's a little freaked out right now because that door right there is usually closed. But I'm running a load of laundry right now, so I wanted to kind of keep the noise level down. But whatever. It'll be the Brecken bike show for now. Right? Until your sister comes, and then we'll start dishing out the kitty treats. That's how that works, right? How's my mom? Has she gotten out of her door yet? Well, I think I've mentioned before that she's got a little bit more of a rebel in her than I thought because she's actually been, uh, breaking the rules a little bit. Apparently, what they're doing when there's no like orderlies or nurses or any of the staff on the floor is what they'll do is they'll all go out to their door and talk to each other in the hall. So they're social distancing, but they're supposed to stay locked in their apartment. And I guess my mom's doing that a little bit. She always was kind of a bit of a rebel. No, Linda, you didn't miss much this time. I've only been going for a few minutes. And both the kitties are creeping around down here now. They're waiting for the kitty treats. Let's see if we can coax Nibble into the shot here a little bit. Come on, Nibble, you got to come back for the treats. She's about to go back to her room. And of course, here comes this one. He's not going to miss anything, is he? No, he isn't. Of course, Nibble wants hers. No, that one's for Nibble. You're like Shamu jumping out of the water to grab a fish. Yes, you are. Got to lunge at it here. Yeah, maybe we'll coax Nibble back into the shot here a little bit. All right, what are we missing here? Yeah, the cats are really getting used to the new place. They feel very comfortable here now. They like wandering around, so that's a good thing. I just noticed the ceiling fan on me isn't on, so hang on a second. I'm going to turn that on. It's a little stuffy in here sometimes, especially between air conditioning cycles. No, the lights that you see behind me are a laser thing that I had a couple years ago that I used for Christmas, and I found it a couple days ago. So I just got it running. It's just sitting on the floor behind the couch here, pointing at the wall. I didn't even know if it would show up, but it looks okay. I thought it'd just make an interesting background. You're at the grocery. We're at the grocery store. Well, that's good. I'm glad you got home and got to participate in this a little. Yeah, live from Waco. It's the Breck and Bite show. Exactly. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to leave the Texas flag there, but it was just kind of a last minute thing. I put it up like 2 minutes before I started the live stream. I said, you know what, let's put it up right there. It kind of cuts down the glare from the window behind, but we'll probably move at some point. But you know what, whatever. That's an entry into the kitchen, so it isn't a good place for it to be long term. But I thought it'd be kind of fun for the live stream. Might be one of those things that I just leave the nails up there and hang it from time to time. Yeah, I hope my mom can visit too at some point. Yeah, the refrigerator was weird for that like one day or 2 days or so, and I don't know exactly what happened. There's also a couple points where I would come in and there'd be like this grinding sound coming from it, like there's something wrong with the compressor, and I'd pull the plug on it, plug it back in, and it'd be fine for a while, and then it would do it again. And then really, honestly, about a week ago, there was actually a power outage here in the middle of the night, and the power was out for a while. And ever since the power came back on again, the refrigerators work perfectly. So maybe when I pulled the plug on it, I just wasn't leaving it unplugged long enough. Seems to be working fine now, though. I'm keeping an eye on it. I got a warranty that kind of came with the house. So basically, anything that goes out in the house in the first year, I can call the insurance company and they'll, deal with it. So worst comes to worst, we'll go with we'll get a new one from the insurance company. That's exactly what that was meant for. But I feel settled in. Sometimes it takes a while to make it feel like it's mine. It's getting there. I'm not 100% settled in yet, but that's okay. We're making progress on a daily basis. Look who just popped back into the shop here. Gonna sit and talk to us a little bit. How's the thumb? The thumb is all right. I've got it covered up right now because when I'm done with the live stream, I'm going to go out and work in the garage a little bit. But I just figured I'd cover it up for now. Yeah, I'm sleeping a lot better in the house. It's so quiet here at night. I love that. That was one of the things I liked about the house in California too, is that it was quiet at night. I'm trying to figure out how to frame this up here so we can keep the flag in the shot here. This is Texas for after all here. Am I using the pool a lot? Yeah, I'm using the pool a lot on my weekends. I don't really do it on work weeks just because I get home from work and it's a couple hours and I have to go to bed, and so there really isn't enough time to do that. But I use it a lot on the weekends. I was in it last night. Really nice to get out there at like 11 o'clock at night and just kind of soak in it for a while. And what I did last night is actually went for a walk for a while, walked around and kind of worked up a little bit of a sweat, so I was nice and warm. And then the pool felt really, really good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the holidays too. I'm going to have fun with that. Some people said they're looking forward to seeing what happens on Halloween. I'm going to really go kind of easy on Halloween this year because I want to kind of gauge what the neighborhood does before I go all out. Okay, there's Bite. We'll keep him in the shot here. But Christmas lights, you know what? I'm gonna go all out on Christmas lights. They're all going up, so Christmas will be fun. I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna string everything up here, but we'll get it figured out. I got plenty of lights to do it. Thank you, Deeper Understanding. Yeah, it's nice to be here. I like this place so far. Does anyone at my job know about my vlogs? I don't think so. If they do, nobody said anything. No, I wasn't going to call up from the neighbor's house. It was 6:30 in the morning on a Saturday. I didn't want to disturb the neighbors. Plus the fact, I was hoping I could break in really quickly, get the problem resolved, and get to work. And if you call a locksmith, that was a priority at first because I didn't want to be late for work. I've only been there for a couple months, and I don't want to, get anyone thinking that I'm a flake or tardy a lot or any of that stuff. I get my Norton software to stop throwing pop-ups on the screen. I put Norton software on here for one thing to avoid pop-ups, not to give Norton a portal to always say, "Hey, why don't you buy this from us?" Geez, give me a break. Are you talking about this shirt? This isn't a tie-dye shirt. This is a shirt that I got when I was in LA once. Jordan and I actually went to Amoeba Records in Hollywood, and this was there. I love this movie. So, in fact, I want to show you something. Hang on a second. This is going to be exclusive to the live stream. Yeah, this is a laser disc from the movie Reanimator, and Jordan and I at a number of years ago went and saw this guy Jeffrey Combs do some Edgar Allan Poe impressions, and we met him, and I got him to autograph this for me. So this is my laser disc, and I framed it. And I just uncovered this recently, but this is my Reanimator laser disc. So I'm very cool, but very happy about that. It's also turned out the guy who produced this movie was also producing that thing, so he autographed it too. But the one I'm proud of was this, with Jeffrey Combs, because I'm a huge fan of him. So we'll leave Jeffrey Combs there. Reanimator is one of my favorite horror movies, so I love that. Thank you, Pam Wilder. Appreciate that. Yeah, we're getting a little low on the kitty treats, so we'll probably be doing something about that pretty soon here. Do I plan on to paint all over? Yeah, eventually I'm going to paint everywhere in this house. Every room's got to be painted. Uh, the only one right now that I've done is the cat room, and that's all that has been done so far. The rest of it, that's probably like phase two. I got to get everything moved in first before we start dealing with other stuff. Yeah, no, the tie dye shirts. I mean, I made a few with Jordan, but I'm not wearing any of those right now. The sofa covering is tie dyed, and that was just a. I went out and bought a king size bed sheet and tie dyed that. I thought it turned out pretty good. Just a good kind of cover for the couch. Keeps the cat hair off of it, doesn't it bite? Over there chilling out on the floor. Oh no, Tracy has COVID. That's no good. Guess you can take refuge in the fact that 99.96% of people survive it. There is no date set for my mom and sister to visit. It may be a while because a few months ago, my sister kind of offered that when I moved, that she would kind of help me come, would come out and help me kind of do some stuff over here. And I called her, contacted her about a week or two ago, and and she said basically, she's now that her kids are kind of out of the house, she's kind of going back to her career. She was a biology teacher before, and she's not necessarily teaching, but she's tutoring right now. Um, and so, she's kind of getting to the point where they're getting back into getting close to school starting up again. So it may be a while before she comes and visits, and I doubt my mom will come without her. So it may be like next summer or something before that happens. Do I need to run the AC at night, or is it cool off enough so you don't need to? The AC has kind of a program, a computer on it, and so at night it kind of goes into a low use mode. But between that and the fact that this house is just fantastically insulated, double pane windows and 16 inches of insulation in the ceiling, this place actually stays pretty comfortable. So. I don't. The AC also kind of goes into energy saver mode during the day when I'm at work too. I have to kind of manually turn it on when I'm here during the day, just because when I'm working really hard, I like to have the AC on a little bit more than in energy saver mode. Do I have a recliner? Yeah, I used to shoot a whole bunch of videos in it. It's right there. I use it for watching TV and all that fun stuff. Yeah, it's my favorite chair too. It's in the sweet spot for the TV. Linda says we can help you pick out guest room things. I'm gonna tell you something right now that I've been thinking about doing. I think probably the next painting task that I do is going to probably be that guest bathroom. And I was kind of thinking maybe of soliciting suggestions, paint chips from my viewers, and then maybe me picking a couple of them that I like, and then letting you guys vote on the final one. What do you think about that? Would you be interested in that? Would you consider like going to Home Depot and or Lowe's or something and picking out some paint chips and maybe emailing the color choices to me, and then like I said, I'd pick out a few of them that I like and let you guys vote on which one we actually do. Because what I have to do is I'd have to show you what the bathroom is, you have to look at, you have to know what the floor looks like, and you have to know what the counter looks like, and the tile work in there and all that. But I've been thinking about that, and I thought that might be kind of fun. Well, the issue is that it would have to be something that I could find. There would have to be a brand of paint that I could find. And right now, Lowe's and Home Depot. I guess there's Sherwin-Williams, but I think Lowe's does Sherwin-Williams too. So if you had like a Sherwin-Williams, there's a Sherwin-Williams place here. I wouldn't be against maybe doing that. Yeah, no, because no, we're not going to do it pink. I guarantee you, it's not going to be pink. Sorry, Michael. No way. Like I said, there is I do have control over it because I would take all of the suggestions that people make, and I would pick three or four of them that I could live with, and then you guys would pick from those three or four. Yeah, Bear Paint. I think that's what Home Depot has, and so that's generally what I use. That was Bear Paint that I put in the cat room, and it was Bear Paint that I used all over the place. Yeah, sorry, man. Sorry, Michael. No pink. It's not going to be pink. I guarantee you. But I'm counting on the fact that a large number of my viewers, a large percentage of you, about 60% of you are women. And I mean, let's face it. Let's be honest. Women generally have better eyes for that thing than I do. And that was I was kind of hoping, to get my sister or my mom or Beth or somebody with that feminine eye out here to help me with some of that stuff. And so since it doesn't seem like, that's going to be an option, at least for a while, because Beth's going to be going back to school here pretty soon too. You know what? Go with the next source of women I have, and that's on the channel here. So yeah, well, what I would do, Linda, is I would actually introduce it on a vlog, and in the vlog I would show you what the counter looks like and show you what the floor looks like and all that. Well, that is one thing, William. The one choice I'm making is that I'm going to do that ultra white that I did on the roof and on the ceiling in the cat room. That's going to be the constant throughout the house. So the roof or the ceiling in the bathroom will be that ultra white, and I'm a fan of that just because you shine light on it and it reflects light really nice, and it's a good way to do that. No, no, the Texas flag is probably not going to stay there. I put it up like 5 minutes before I started the live stream, and I just it's not going to be a good place to have that because that's the entry into the kitchen, so it's going to be in the way all the time. So it probably won't stay there, but and yeah, you're right, William. It'll be semi-gloss walls and gloss trim, and well, it'll be the high gloss on the ceiling also. Well, what the thing would be is what I would ask you to do is go to Home Depot or go to Lowe's or go to one of those places and find me a paint chip and send me a photo of the paint chip so I can see the number and the color, and we'll just go from there. No, I haven't gotten a pool testing kit. Right now, I'm letting the pool company do it and letting Leslie's do it because they do pool testing for free. So all I have to do is bring in my water and they test it right there on the spot. So I may get to the point where I'll do that, but at this point, I'm just going to let them do it. Look who's back. Oh yeah, you like the light show in the back? Yeah, I found that was a thing that I used to use on the house in California for Christmas. I would project that against the side of the house. Then it just kind of became a cliche because every single house had one of those. So I stopped using it. But I just found it the other day. So, whatever. I thought it'd make the background look interesting. Yeah, hand's doing better. I've got a band-aided right now because when I'm done with the live stream, I'm going to go out and do some work in the garage, and I like to kind of protect it a little bit while I'm doing that. I actually got one of those little metal immobilizer things that they give you, like when you break a finger, so you don't move it much. I think when I go out and work in the garage, I'll probably put that on. Thanks, Michael. I'm glad you like the live streams. The email address right now is escapingthemouse@gmail.com. And when I do the actual vlog where we start that, I'll put it there, and we'll make it real official. Yeah, see that's like a car passing by outside. I saw that in the camera. I don't think the kids are even aware of the sparkly lights because I mean, you look at Bite, he's not even looking at it. Yeah, I know what you mean by the color wheels for Christmas. I remember those too. But yeah, that's actually this thing back here. That's actually it's a red and a green laser, and they've got a diffraction grating that's spinning around inside there that causes that effect. When vacation rolls around, where might you go? I've been thinking of taking a cue from Jordan and doing some travel vlogs. Now, my travel vlogs won't be like his, because I'm more interested in natural things. But I've been thinking it might be fun to go visit some national parks. My parents and I and my sister and I did that a lot when we were kids. And when my sister and I were kids, not when my parents were kids. I wasn't around when my parents were kids, but we visited. Every year for Christmas or for Christmas. Sorry, somebody posted something about Christmas here, and then I subliminally entered that. Every year for vacation, we go like to a national park, and I thought that might be fun to do. Yeah, at least he's not showing you his butt. He's just showing you the back of his head, aren't you, Bite? Yeah, you're showing everyone the back of your head. Hmm? Yes, you are. You'd like to have one of them, one of the light things? Yeah, they just sell them at like Home Depot or just a lot of the Christmas, a lot of like hardware places that like are big box hardware stores like Lowe's or Home Depot or stuff like that. They sell those. They aren't that expensive. Did you hear that, Bite? Somebody thinks you're gorgeous. Yeah, he's my buddy, isn't he? Yes, he is. That's my buddy. How much time do I get for a vacation? It's really weird because it's in hours, but since I work 12-hour days, I can really maximize vacation time. I could take, 7 days off and get almost a month off if I organize it right. Because I could schedule it where if it was like one of my 4-day weeks and then my next 3-day week, I'd have the 4-day weekend before that and the 3-day weekend before between and the 4-day week after it. So that's a long period of time just for the hours. So I could really, if I really plan it, I can really maximize things. I think it's I think it's like 120 hours in the first year. I've already accrued some vacation, but I'm not going to use it until I'm ready to actually do something with it. The cats have really adjusted. They've really kind of settled in now. They're really enjoying the shelves. I really kind of set it up so there's a lot of different places to go because I got it. There were a couple of cat trees that also came that got moved in a couple weeks ago, and I put the cat trees kind of in places where they can get onto them from the shelves, and so I've seen both of them using the cat trees. They're definitely enjoying the new place. In fact, these guys are using the shelf by the window now. They never used to use the shelf by the window in the house in California. Guess there's nothing interesting to look at there, huh? More interesting things now. You get to actually look at the yard. You can probably see, birds flying around and stuff like that. How's my mom? My mom's doing fine. I talked to her a few days ago. She's still stir crazy, and I think it's not going to be long before she moves up north with my sister. And I think that'll be better for everyone. I mean, I think if she gets into another kind of senior assisted apartment like she is in now, she's probably going to still be quarantined to her room. But I think it'll be easier for her, at least if her, my sister and her husband and occasionally the kids are there. Right now, there's no one that can come visit her, and even if does, she's not even on the ground floor. And so, it's not like she can go to a window and talk to somebody. She got to shout down from the balcony, and that's no good. Yeah, I think Flash is going to really enjoy this place when I finally get her here. I have thought about putting a bird feeder outside of the cat room. And it's kind of cool too. I was a little concerned about it initially that, that if the cats were at the window, it might scare the birds away. But the truth is, the windows have kind of a coating on it, so it's almost like a mirror look from the outside. And so, the birds probably wouldn't even be able to see the cats. Does my sister have like a granny suite? No, no, I don't think that would work out anyway very well anyway because my sister's house has a lot of stairs. She's got a two-story house, and there's a sunken family room, and my mom isn't very good with stairs, what with her walker. So she might visit there sometimes, but it's better off that she's in a place that doesn't have any stairs. Yeah, I don't know. I might look at what I've never been to any national parks here in Texas. We always went to the more traditional ones. We visited Yosemite and Mount Rainier and the Grand Canyon and Yellowstone and places like that. Grand Tetons, Crater Lake. But yeah, it might be fun to go visit something local too. I'm actually thinking, going and actually flying somewhere. Drinking with Breck the Lion. Does my thumb still hurt? Yeah, especially when I flex it. That's part of the reason I'm keeping the Band-Aid on because the Band-Aid kind of immobilized it a little. And I think when I go out and work in the garage today, I got one of those metal things that go around it, and I'll probably put that on. It'll add extra protection. It'll also remind me to be a little bit careful with it. Have I been to Niagara Falls? No, I haven't. But that would be a fun place to go too. See, a lot of the national parks, they're geology related. So you know how I kind of enjoy geology. So I think it'd be fun, like, explaining some of the geology behind this stuff. And definitely, Niagara Falls would be a great, because that's a great story of geology. Have I been to the Redwood? Yes, yes. We've been to Sequoia National Park. That was one of the places that we went. Some of those big, giant, thousand-year-old trees that they have there. Yeah, I'm gonna still probably move that over there at some point, but that's a long ways off. I got to get moved into the house, and I got to get settled before I start working on that. Yeah, I'll definitely look at some of the national parks. Try and find some new things because we had all sorts of. I loved doing that kind of stuff when I was a kid. It was fun. It was great memories. So it'd be fun going back now as an adult and kind of seeing it again. Hi, Bill. How are you? No, I have never been to Meteor Crater in Arizona. That would be a fun one to go to also because that's a great story too. I don't want to go there in the summer though. That's a winter trip. I'm kind of neutral on the swamp cooler right now. It isn't that effective where it's already humid. In fact, one time when it ended, I probably ought to do like a blooper reel or something on one of my vlogs someday. But one day one of the first days I had it, I left the garage door closed and left it running for a while, and went out into the garage, and my camera fogged up because there was so much humidity in the air. When do the stitches come out? They're supposed to come out after 10 days, so I'm figuring 10 days is going to be this Wednesday. That's the last day I'm off. No, I think my mom's going to move into another senior assisted apartment like she is now. My sister's house isn't really a good move. There's too many stairs there. My mom doesn't do very well with stairs. Alaska might be a fun place to visit too. That would definitely be a good place to go in the summer. Wouldn't not want to go there in the winter. Yeah, Petrified Forest would also be fun. That's good. That's fun because of the paleontology. Does the plant shut down for a month when it gets hot? No, but we shut down periodically to do maintenance cycles. And I actually at work yesterday, somebody was mentioning that we have another maintenance cycle coming up in September where we're going to shut down the plant again. So, maybe that'll be some vacation too. Yeah, they've been getting pounded in California lately with the heat, I guess. I used to watch that a little bit more religiously, but not so much anymore. Are there parks in Texas? Oh yeah, I've visited some of the local ones here. I've been to Cameron Park a number of times. I've also been to what is it called? Woodway Park, I think, which is right down there on Lake Waco. Do I like living in Waco? Yeah, yeah, I love this place. The heat's a little much, and the insects will carry you away sometimes. But you know what? Everything else has been really great. Am I keeping that top shelf intact? It's going to probably get mangled a little bit when I cut it off, so probably not. Have you ever been on a cruise? No, I've never been on a cruise. That's not really one of my things. Is cruises. When I go someplace, I want to kind of be on my own schedule. And when you're on a cruise, you're okay. We're going to spend a day here, and then we're going to go to the next place. Well, what if I want to spend 2 days? Well, you're out of luck because the boat's going. So yeah, cruises aren't that big a thing for me. Have I ridden my bike much? No, I haven't. In fact, the bike is still barricaded in the garage. I haven't even dug down to the bike yet. How's the traffic in Waco? Almost non-existent. Right now, the major highway, Highway 35, comes through town, and they're doing some construction on that. They have been for ever since I've been here, and it gets really messed up when you're trying to go through there. But other than that, there is no traffic. Rush hour is when there's 10 cars on the freeway. Did I get any lightning bugs in my yard? Yes. Yeah, I've seen them on a couple of occasions. I think we're past the season now because I haven't seen them for a while. But I don't think I vlogged this or told anyone this, but right before I moved into the house, I came over here one night before we even closed, and I was just kind of out in the front in the car, and I saw lightning bugs in the front yard. And then a couple weeks later, after I had moved in, or well, I hadn't moved in, but the house was closed and it was technically mine. I came in and was in the pool one night, and I saw them in the backyard. So yeah, they're definitely here. Yeah, fireflies, lightning bugs, it's kind of the same thing. Wow. Guess Nibble went back into her room. And since she's kind of abandoned us here, you klutz. You're klutz. Yes, you are. Come on. You got to get it. Yeah, don't try and grab it with your hand. Just hop up and get it. Yeah, see, that's how you do that. That's how you coax them up. Supposed to get a dilly of a thunderstorm this afternoon. I envy you. I wish you were getting one. We're supposed to have some rain coming like on Tuesday or something, like 40% chance, I think they said. Oh, Nibble's back. Kind of sitting there, right there. There's one for you, Nibble. You're gonna let Bite get it though, aren't you? Oh, you got it anyway. Bite was too slow. Now that'll keep them occupied for a while. So we'll turn it back into the Bruck show. Yeah, definitely more pros than cons. I love Texas. There isn't really a whole lot that I don't like. The people are nice. I love the countryside. I love the house I found. I like my job. It's really great. But I thought about putting plastic on the broken window besides cardboard. No, no, not really. I'm like I said. The only purpose of covering it at all is just to keep the air conditioning in. It's we've I've actually contacted the company. It's going to be a few weeks before they replace it because they got to, I guess, order the parts or order the window or have it made or whatever. But fortunately, they were the ones that actually installed the window, so they knew exactly which window it was. In fact, when I was on the phone with them, they asked me to. There's a little serial number inside the frame, and they asked me to refer to that. And once I told them what the serial number was, they knew exactly which window it was. So I didn't need to give them dimensions. They didn't have to come out. It's just, yeah, we'll make another one. Has Jeff Kidd been here yet? No, but it is, what is it? It's just a little after 11 here in Texas, in California. I'm not in California. Heck with California. I'm done with California. Now it's just after 11 here. Jeff is a pastor at a church, so I'm sure he's just getting off of church right now. I'm sure we'll see him in a little bit. Is that a telescope you saw? Yeah, that's my telescope over there. Right there. Oops. Right there. I'm not real good at pointing yet. Probably not going to be a very good weather reporter because I'm not really good with a teleprompter yet. But yeah, that's my telescope. You'll see that in tonight's video. I put that together. Or in the video that goes up. Does Waco have museums? Yeah, there's a number of them here. I've there's a couple of art museums. I haven't gone to any of those. Actually, I did do one, but it ended up as a lost episode. But I've been to the Texas Ranger Museum and a few things like that. Have I used the bathtub yet? No, I have not. I probably should at some point though, just because it's so awesome. Video showed a few glass shards. Yeah, I think when I did that video, I hadn't cleaned up the glass yet. In fact, I'm still finding little chunks of glass in the house. I haven't seen Stefan's vlog. I know Jordan likes it a lot. Honestly, I'm not watching a whole lot of vlogs right now. Everything is about getting this house ready, and so there isn't a whole lot of spare time for doing that kind of stuff. I've actually even fallen a little hot behind on Jordan's vlogs. How are the cats behaving in the new home? Well, they're out and around here. Nibble, they're both definitely adjusting. They really like the shelves. They're using them a lot. They used to have a shelf near the window in their house in California, and they never used that. So I almost didn't put one there, but I ultimately did. And I saw this dude on that shelf a couple days ago. So yeah, maybe they didn't like the one in California because there wasn't a good view out there. Maybe there's a better view with this one. How big is the glass jar behind me? You talking about that thing? That's about a gallon, I think. Oh, what's in the glass jar? I'm sorry, I gotta read right here. It's actually a candle. I've kind of messed around with making candles, but before I moved, I'd kind of gotten out of it. I didn't want to have all of the supplies and all of the wax that I had, so I basically just took a big pickle jar and mixed in a bunch of different colors and just kind of put one layer at a time and kind of darkened it each time. So I've got this big massive candle right now. I've never burned it, but and it's very heavy. But yeah, that's what that is. We'll probably have that in there. We'll probably have that lit some point. I actually did expect that a broken window at 6:30 in the morning would wake my neighbors. I expected the police would show up, but they never did. I guess the issue is when you really think about it, the house directly behind mine is 100 feet away from me, and the houses on either side, are a ways away too. And I guess it probably, if people weren't paying that much attention, they just missed it. Now the cats aren't necessarily seeking out the warm spot. Actually, the place they like is the place I knew they'd like, which was the highest point in the room. Nibble loves to have a big high perch to look down on the world from. She feels safe up there. Any positive or negative surprises since moving in? Yeah, there's a couple of that's not how it's done things that I'm gonna have to deal with. I was thinking about one of them this morning, which is the dishwasher. Um, the dishwasher wasn't very well attached to the counter. Normally, what you do with a dishwasher is just inside at the top and the front edge. There's usually like a couple like little hooks, and then you drive a screw into the wood underneath it. Well, the wood that they drove it into isn't very well connected. So when you open the dishwasher door and pull the bottom tray out, the weight kind of tips like this, and the dishwasher tends to almost fall out of the hole. I was looking at that, and it wasn't properly done. So I'm going to probably end up that'll probably be a repair I'll do at some point. I'm also not happy with the stonework outside, and I'm going to probably replace that and just put real concrete out there. That may happen actually sooner rather than later too, because there's no reason, that's something that even if I was at work, the contractors, I could just leave the gate open. They could come in and install it one day while I'm here, and so I want to just have because what they did, they got this like flagstone material, but it wasn't very quality flagstone material. I don't know. It might have been something that came with the house, but it was a sedimentary rock. And so one of the things you run into with sedimentary rock is it kind of tends to split on the seams. And so right now, there's big flat pieces of the rock that are coming off. And I also don't like the fact, especially when you get out there and you're walking out to the pool, there's a stone here and a stone there and a stone over here, and you're like, trying to stay on the stones and all that. I think I just like to have regular concrete out there. Additionally, when they put it in there, I think they put an addition on it, and they didn't grade that properly. And so instead of sloping away from the house, part of it slopes towards the house, and then there's like a dip in the middle where the water kind of accumulates. And of course, the grouting that's there is all kind of rotting away because it's always wet. So I think I want to rip all of that out and just replace it with concrete. I actually like I actually like the shape of it, so I'd probably have them maintain the shape, but I definitely want to do something about that. You'd hate to think that I would get some crazy nickname being new to the neighborhood for breaking windows. Oh, that's Crazy Breck, yeah. And Bill responded, Breck, the brick throwing guy. Yeah, I'm keeping my eye out for the glass. It's very, very infrequently that I'm finding it, but I'm always kind of keeping my eye out. And if I see it, I pick it up immediately. I found a little tiny chip of it the other day, or I think just last night. Yeah, Bike's back. Let's keep him in the shot. He's showing his butt again. You're not trying to be a smart ass? Come on, I like you better as a smart ass. One thing in living in Texas, you don't have to worry about snow. That ain't true. It snowed here last winter. I showed a little bit on that on the vlog that day. It snowed overnight. I actually like that. It doesn't snow a lot, but we did get some snow last year. And I'm a little higher in altitude now, so hopefully we'll get a little bit more. I've got all the stuff out of the apartment. I haven't gone back and cleaned it yet. I had a little bit of an issue with the movers. I had two storage lockers. Well, when the movers came over, they brought a large trailer and then a big box truck. And so they moved. They went. They brought came to the apartment with the trailer and started started to do their thing with that. And then the box truck went over to the storage lockers. Well, they didn't have enough room to unload both storage lockers in the box truck in one trip. So they ended up coming back for that. And I gave the guys I gave the movers the key, and they accidentally forgot to return the key to me. And so I contacted them about a week ago about that, and they found the key and they're mailing it back to me. But I still haven't gotten over there and cleaned out that second locker because I can't get into it right now. And I think at the same time, I want to go in there and clean the apartment. So that'll probably happen at some point. I actually have the apartment. The apartment's mine until the middle of next month. So there's a lot of time to do that. But everything's out of the apartment now. Any news on whether they let me out of the lease? No, no, I don't expect they're going to. And the way I'm dealing with that is, I'm not return my key to them until the lease is up. If I'm paying for it, I'm gonna keep the key. That just at least keeps them from renting the apartment to someone else and collecting double revenue. Because I'm not going to do that. That's crazy. They want to rent that apartment, then they can let me out of the lease. But they're going to have to contact me on that. Yeah, that jar is pretty empty, isn't it? Not a whole lot in there. Just coating the bottom of it here. Might actually be safe to leave the lid off because you might not be able to even reach it anymore. It's so far down there. But he's going to try. Look at that. He's going for it. He's going for it. Is he going to get it? Is he going to get it? I don't know. No, it's too far in there, isn't it? You're going to need a longer neck, dude. Well, I guess we lost him. Oh well, he'll be back. Has Jordan been to visit? Not at the house. He came here for a week or so right after the New Year. I don't know. I got to get the garage put together before I decide what future projects. In fact, the garage I think is going to be the project for this weekend. I'm on my long weekend now, so I'm off of work now until Thursday morning. And okay, I was wondering what the put women in water was all about. I kind of ignored that one because I thought that's a weird. Put a woman in the water to help clean your arteries. Lemon, okay, that makes more sense. I don't know. I haven't tried the tap water here in Waco. Yeah, yeah, lemon water. I do like lemon water. That's actually pretty good. I don't have any lemons though. In the house I had in California, the next door neighbors had a lemon tree that kind of hung over the yard, so I got lemons all the time there. But I don't have that anymore. I've been thinking it might be kind of fun to have some like fruit trees though. Get some apples and some oranges and some peaches. How's the public transportation? There really isn't a whole lot of it. I mean, we have buses that run, but beyond that, and I think the buses in the downtown area are actually free. Yeah, I use the swamp cooler, but I have to. I kind of have to do it with the garage door open. If the garage door is closed, it gets too humid, and then at some point it just stops doing any good. Yeah, I am ready for Flash to come home. How much water does my pool hold? They say it's about 14,000 gallons, between 13 and 14. That was what I kind of calculated too. I found like a calculator online that you just say how deep is the water, how big is it, what shape is it, and it said like 13.5. And when I gave the number to the pool people, they said, yeah, it's probably closer to 14. Fruit trees attract rodents. Yeah, that's true, but there's things you can do to protect that. Open the window in the garage. That's all it should need. Yeah, I don't have any windows in the garage. It's just a garage door. That's why I leave the door open when I do it. In fact, oftentimes now what I'll do is I'll put the swamp cooler outside and have it blow the cool air or the cool moist air in. Yeah, that's what I've seen people do is they kind of wrap the bottom of the trees. They'll put like aluminum or something that the rodents can't climb up. And as long as there's no path to the tree from like another tree, I've seen like the squirrels will jump from branch to branch, and get to another tree without even getting to the ground. But if there's no pathway like that, it should be fine. But I think it would be fun to have some fresh fruit. Wild cranberry tree. That sounds like fun too. Do I like mandarin oranges? Yeah, yeah, sometimes. Those are the little ones, right? Or are those big oranges? I like big oranges best, preferably seedless. Oranges are yummy. Hi Angela. How you doing? I'm gonna play the lawn service thing by ear for a while. I don't want to commit to anything long term right now because I'm still trying to figure out what the finances are going to be. Yeah, I don't have a mortgage. Yeah, I don't have to pay rent on the storage units anymore, but I'm having to pay, homeowners insurance, and I'm going to have to deal with taxes and other things. So I just kind of want to figure out where everything is before I commit to things like, you know, long term lawn care and stuff like that. It might happen because it's so much easier with that machine. And the truth is, if I could just schedule it that they do it the same time they do the neighbor's house, then boom, they just come over and do both of them at once. Peach trees attract bats. Well, that's cool. Yeah, I've actually been thinking about putting some bat houses in the yard because I think bats are cool. I have not used the smoker part of the barbecue yet, but I've used the regular barbecue a number of times. You know, I've cooked steak and hamburgers and chicken and pork and all sorts of stuff on it. That barbecue will definitely get a lot of use. I have not played with the smoker part of it yet, though. Yeah, that's what I'll probably do is I'll see what's going to do well in this part of Texas, and also, I got to figure out where I'm going to put them because it's got to be a place where it gets some sun, and a lot of the yard, is doesn't get a lot of sun because there's big trees back there. Yeah, I mean, I love bats. Bats are great. In fact, I think they're cute. Yeah, I'd like to have one as a pet. Are the neighbors mostly older or young families with kids? It's kind of a mix. I've seen both. There's some older people that live here, but there's also, people directly across the street, for instance. It's a family with, you know, young teenage kids and younger than that. I haven't. Oh, you'll have to see the bats in Austin. Yeah, that's downtown businesses coming along in Texas. I'll be honest with you, I haven't been to downtown Texas in quite a while just because, you know, I got things going on here right now. But we'll pick that up once they get settled in here and see how things are going. Yeah, I would bet you that things like citrus do well in desert areas as long as you get enough water. Yeah, bats are cute little animals. Those eyes. And look who's back. That is a new home feel. The new home feels great. I love it. Yeah, very, very happy with it. Never saw Pandemic the movie. You will not like bats. Well, yeah, I guess bats are part of this pandemic too. Crazy, huh? Yeah, I've met the neighbors next door on this side, and I've talked to the neighbors on that side on the phone. That's about all it's been right now. Yeah, I put a new banner page on a few days ago. I figured, might as well. We're not in California anymore. No sense dwelling on that. Yeah, grapefruit. If I could grow my own white grapefruit, that'd be awesome. Did I keep any of my dad's old lighthouses? No, no. I know that he was buried with one of them. Are there any chances of a that's not how it's done video? Yeah, I've identified a couple of that's not how it's done things here. So you'll see those at some point. Yeah, they upped the restrictions a little bit. We're now supposed to wear masks in public, but I don't see them enforcing that. Hey, Eric's here. Hey, Eric, how's it going? Baker was grown since I was a kid. Yeah, well, that tends to happen. This town is growing a lot right now. Is that a new flag? No, it's the same flag that hung behind me in the live streams in the apartment. It just probably looks better right now because it's backlit. Now, I thought the insurance seemed really good. I was expecting to pay twice that. I should name my vlog "Escaping from LA." Yeah, I don't know. There's already a movie about that. So yeah, I was in Orange County. That's true. It looks like I ironed the flag. Well, ultimately, I ironed it quite a while ago, um, and because it really looked bad. It looked. I actually had people saying on the. I actually had people saying on the live streams that it looks like I painted the flag on bricks or something like that, just because all the lines were on it. So I actually ironed it and got it nice and smooth and looked better. But it just looks better now because I think it's backlit. Thank you, Amy. I'm glad you like the channel. Escaping the OC. Yeah, I don't know. I think we'll stick with escaping the mouse. That's kind of what I'm known for. Plus the fact that I'd have to learn how to do a new intro. Hello, friends, and welcome to Escaping the Sea. Yeah, no, it just doesn't flow. Am I still receiving Disney passes? Yeah, yeah. They send because Disney doesn't consider me to have quit. They consider that I retired. So whatever. If they want to keep sending me passes, I send them to my niece. She loves them. You remember when I climbed the mountain in Jordan's vlog? It wasn't the MASH site. That was the Blazing Saddles video. But yeah, yeah, I'm definitely. I knew when we drove up to that place that I would climb that, and I knew that Jordan wouldn't because Jordan does not like heights, and he would not have liked it at the top up there. I shot video up there at some point. I got to include that in one of my videos somewhere if I've still got it. I'm sure I do. I mean, you may need a ghost hunter to explore the orbs behind you. No, I'll give you an explanation right now. Hold on, I'll give you a complete explanation. Here's your explanation. It's a laser. And I just got it shining at the wall right now. We'll leave it up there so everybody can see. But that's where that's all coming from. Just a cheap thing I bought at Home Depot. No, I'm not allowed to sell the Disney passes. That's one of the conditions. You can't sell them. And that's fine. I mean, I understand that completely. Yeah, and it's just a cheap little thing. There's not much to it. And in fact, let's see if I can get it here. There's like a mode where it'll, you can slow down how fast it spins. I slowed it way down now, so it's moving slower. There's also a mode where it'll like respond to like sound effects. So I think it was originally designed for like discos or something like that. And because there's a mode on it where it will respond to like music, and so if you're playing music, it'll kind of the lights will dance to the music. I think you can get those at Spencer's Gifts too, if you got one of those around you. You were on Facebook and tried to join. It said it was private. Yeah, it's a private channel, but you can request to join, and Jan, the moderator, will approve you. And then once you're approved, then you're in. I could do a giveaway of the tickets, but you know what? I mean, are you gonna drive all the way to California, Eric, to go to Disneyland? What's in that picture? You talking about this thing here? I was wearing my Reanimator T-shirt, and I showed everybody this. This is my Reanimator laser disc, autographed by this guy right here, Jeffrey Combs. Reanimator is one of my favorite movies, favorite horror movies, and so Jordan and I a few years ago went to an Edgar Allan Poe reading that this guy was doing, and I brought that along, and he autographed it for me. Well, I do have kind of a Cadillac policy for the house, so I wanted to make sure I was covered. There's a bunch of things that can happen, and you know what? I'll stick with it because I mean, a couple $100 a month to have my car and my house fully protected. You know what? That's worth it. Yeah, I don't remember how it works, but there's usually if you search out "escaping the mouse," there should be like a join channel or a join button or something like that you ought to be able to click. Wow, 109 people in here. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I still enjoy going to Spencer Gifts. In fact, I buy like incense there and stuff like that, and T-shirts, and they'll have all sorts of great stuff. I love all the weird lights that they sell too. I had actually I still have it. I think I haven't seen it. It hasn't been unpacked yet, but I have like one of those lava lamps, and I got that there. Yeah, exactly. You can't put price on peace of mind. Exactly. How's my thumb? It's doing better. It's still sore, but I'm kind of keeping it under control with a Band-Aid. Uh, and I like to give it air as much as possible, but I also, when I'm working, I like to kind of have something to kind of protect it and insulate it so I don't scratch it with everything I bump. Yeah, well, I mean, I knew I wanted to get out of the apartment, and get into a house, even before I moved into the apartment. So, the whole issue was I wanted to have a job first, and then get something close to where I live. Get a house close to where I work, so it isn't a long drive. Look who's here. He's actually been here for a while, but long was I in the apartment? A little over a year, because I moved in like in the middle of May, and I moved out what 2 weeks ago. So 13 or 14 months, something like that. You have a new electric fireplace. You have ideas for it already. I love the fact that I have a wood burning fireplace. I've never had that. The house I had a gas powered fireplace, and I it worked. But you know what? I like a real wood burning fireplace, and I have one now. So no need to use it right now. But there's nothing like the look and sound and warmth from a real wood burning fireplace. You like the lights on the wall, and then, yeah, no, the cats aren't very interested in them. I just thought it'd be an interesting backdrop today. Yeah, I know it has been 14 months did fly by fast, didn't it? I got to admit, I haven't thought about that, but yeah, I guess if I wanted to, I could have could have roasted marshmallows on the fireplace. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, we've had a couple people at work that have been tested positive for the virus. The company is on really, really high alert on that. So every day when we're assigned somebody to work with on the line, they're documenting that. So if someone does, come up with it, they can look at their past record, say, okay, he worked with this person, he worked with that person, he worked with the other person, and they can do their best to figure out who it is and quarantine everyone so that we're okay. Do I like beans in my chili? No, not really. I'm not a bean in the chili kind of person. I like meat in the chili. The virus is so debilitating. You have to have a test, and before you know, you even have it. In a lot of cases, that's true. You know, they're everybody's like losing their mind over the fact that the cases, the new cases are spiking. But the reason it's spiking, at least in the states, is because we're testing so much. You know, when you're looking for something, you're going to find it. At least if it exists. I mean, if you're looking for something that doesn't exist, that's another thing. And it doesn't really work with your keys either. When you're looking for your keys, you never find them. But that's a whole different issue. They delayed the start of school by 3 weeks. Yeah, see, I don't get that. Oh, what's that going to do? It just means in 3 weeks you'll have your spike. Yeah, it runs the whole gamut in terms of symptoms. They say they keep finding all these people that are asymptomatic. It's like, yeah, well, that's it. That's why we just got to get past this thing. Yeah, there was a lot that had to happen to get me here, but you know what? It was all worthwhile. The end has been really great. I love how things turned out. I got a great job. I got a great house. I just And honestly, I probably owe a lot of that to you guys because it's you guys. It was your energy I drew on that kept me going. I sometimes get dispirited when things take a long time, but And when I kept not getting jobs that I thought I was going to get, it was your energy that I drew on that got me back on that horse and kept me looking. So in reality, this is all your fault. Yeah, I totally agree with you, Black Dot. This is all about politics. Yeah, and how many people got the swine flu just a few years ago? That was in the millions. I don't know, whatever. I just hope that everybody else sees it. That's my fear is that I'm the only one that sees these things. Is like, come on, people, wake up! You're being manipulated. It's funny. I'm looking at this desk right now in the window or in the screen. It actually looks like it's tipped, and like it goes up and kind of goes this way here. It doesn't look like it's straight because it doesn't seem like this space and this space are the same distance. But I think that's just the camera lens. When does my car lease run out? It's a 39-month lease, and I bought it a couple months before I moved. So I've had it for a little bit more than a year, probably a year and a half now. So whatever, do the math there. Will I buy one next time? I don't know. We'll see. Hi, Jay Wild. How are you? Well, I don't want to dismiss the severity of the disease for the people it affects. I found out a couple of days ago that the father of a lifelong friend of mine died of it a couple of days ago. So I mean, it is serious for the people that are susceptible. But once again, we know who the people are who are most susceptible. It's people that already have compromised immune systems and stuff like that. It's people who are, up there in years. People who are 65 or older are, 80% of the victims or something like that, something crazy like that. So, it's not justification for the rest of us, you know, using masks for the rest of our life because, that's not really helping anything. Yeah, that's it. Too. Smoking kills more people than the coronavirus does. Yeah, that's it exactly. And it isn't even if you're ill, it's just people they call it comorbidities, and that's like pre-existing conditions. If you have a compromised immune system, if you have certain maladies, you're more susceptible to it. Those are the people that need to be taking precautions. But this whole idea that you know that the answer is let's just all wear masks and hide in our houses for a while. It's never going to be over. So yeah, just for the record, Rufus, we don't do politics here, so I'm going to delete your post. Do I have a fire pit in the backyard? I have kind of like a potbelly stove thing that I brought from California that I used to burn wood in, and I'll burn wood again in it at some point. It's great for outside during like winter when it's cold out. Yeah, well, I mean, I have to wear a mask for work, but that's just the reality. Have I figured out the pool? Yeah, it just you just got to stay on top of it. And Sunday is my pool maintenance day. And so what I did when I got up this morning is, I put another shock treatment in there, and added some more chlorine tabs, and I turned on the little robot that scrubs the bottom. And so that's running right now. And then we'll use the pool today. There's Bite. Got his foot on the kitty treat jar, but he's trying to figure out if he can remove it, aren't you? Yep. Nope. Only I can. You got to have an opposable thumb. Sorry, man. That's the rules. And you bit my finger again, and you didn't even get the kitty treat, did you? What was that? You had my index finger all the way up to the second knuckle in your mouth. Is that really necessary? Huh? Is that really necessary? I don't think so. One more. I know it's in there. I just got to figure out how to get the lid off, right? Yeah, my mom has said she wants to visit. I don't know when it's going to be though. It might be a while because she's probably not going to move, not going to come here on her own. It may be one of those. She might have to come with my sister, and my sister is getting ready to go back to school. I guess Bite's going now for a while. No kitty treats. So they said, okay, nuts to that. I'm out of here. Yeah, now you know why I call him Bite, right? Do they see in color? It is the room is really bright, and that's sort of what I wanted. Is the garage big enough to have your car and a workshop? Well, usually what I do is I set it up in such a way where it can be both. And so what I'll do is I'll park the car in there when I do, and if I need the whole garage, then I'll pull the car out, and I'm going to have the thing set up in such a way where it maximizes the amount of space in there. In fact, it's going to be better, I think, than even when it was in the garage in California for a couple of reasons. First off, I'm planning the shelves a little bit better so they're against the wall, so I'm not losing uh, garage space with that. And addition, there's a lot of things that aren't going in the garage on this one because I have like a shed in the backyard. So, I used to put like, my lawnmower and my gardening stuff and all that in the garage, and that doesn't have to be in there anymore. Additionally, there's not going to be a washer and dryer in there, because the washer and dryer is in the washer and dryer room. So that adds to the space. Water heaters in a closet, so it's out of the way. So yeah, I should actually have more room. Am I going to paint any other rooms? Yeah, I'm going to paint all the other rooms. they're all going to get done because I don't like really the color in any of them, and I kind of get the impression that they probably did like I did with my house, where they painted the house, right before I moved, or before they moved out, because I did that on mine too. Yeah, that's it's not actually orange and blue. It's red, white, and blue. That's the Texas flag. That was behind me. When I did all my live streams in the apartment. That's the same one. It's probably not going to be there all the time because right now it's kind of blocking the way into the kitchen. But I haven't run them myself, but they're on a timer. Will I be building the pool deck or will I hire it out? I don't know. I may build it myself. We'll see. Well, it's funny too with the color because it's kind of a gray color in here, and honestly, it's almost the same gray color. I painted my house before I sold it, so there must be just like one gray color that they must like all the realtors must own stock in a particular brand of a particular color of gray or something like that because they all seem to pick the same color. I don't know. I'm not a fan of gray. I think it looks cold and uninviting. But do I have a smart thermostat? Yeah, yeah. It goes into energy saving mode at night. That's definitely superior to the cheap one I had in the apartment, which it was on or off, and the air conditioning unit, the compressor itself wasn't big enough for the job, so it was just always on, and that was just a tiny apartment. This thing goes on and off. What are the sparkles coming from? There's a ghost. It's a ghost. No, actually, it's coming from this thing right here. This thing's just a laser. I had it for a while, and I found it recently, and decided to take it out and enjoy it a little bit. And I thought it'd just be kind of a fun little backdrop, so we did that. Do I have a pool cover? No, not yet, but I'll probably do that. Just to keep the water clear during the winter. Am I still looking to get a truck? I don't know if I do the truck routine. If I bought a car, I might just buy one with a trailer hitch. What I'd want to do is, have the ability to occasionally, move large quantities of stuff. And a trailer would be a way to do that, and I wouldn't have to face the horrible gas mileage the truck usually gets you. I mean, I kind of like the fact that the car I have right now, under average conditions, I get 35 miles to the gallon. That kind of is a benefit. Yeah, I think you're right about realtors. I was just making a joke about them, but it is funny how they all kind of have the same vision. I don't know. I'll have to learn about what I have to do about the pool. I'm still figuring this out. Right now, what I'm doing is what I do to maintain it. I do know that the filter pump has a winter and a summer mode, so I'll have to look into that. One of the things the owners did do is they left the instructions for at least the robot, and I'm guessing probably some other stuff too. So worst comes to worst, I'll find a manual online or something and figure out what all that means, or I can just go over to Leslie's and have them help me figure out what to do. They seem to be very knowledgeable. They help me get the pool to stop being green and start being clear again. So I've thrown away a few things. I threw away some stuff when I moved too. I did do a vlog on David Koresh. Yeah, go search my channel for David Koresh. I went there. I sound just like Jordan. Jordan all the time. Someone will do one. He'll do a live stream, and someone will say, "Hey, can you maybe go do this?" It's like, yeah, I already done that. So yeah, I did David Koresh. That was several months ago. Okay, Pamela Harris Brown is saying no chemicals during the winter. There is a shock that you do for winter, then cover it. The pool place will let you know what's best to do. Yeah, that's what I'm figuring. And when we get close to that, I'll do it. But I do probably want to invest in a pool cover just to keep leaves and stuff out of it. Uh-oh, you're running out of questions. That's no good. Well, we'll be done in about 20 minutes, and then you'll have a whole week to figure out some more questions. Have I tried looking up Doughboy on the internet? Yeah, I've done that a little bit. I know quite a bit about that pool. Did I find any more cat toys in this move? Oh man, you have no idea. I found like 2 boxes of just cat toys. You like the JFK video? It's your favorite? Cool. Yeah, I'm proud of that one. That one did well. Yeah, the Oswald cell, I think that's probably the second most popular video I have. It was video number 2 that was really the one that really took off. That one got more than 20,000 views, and that's most of my good videos get 2 or 3 thousand views. So that one, I think YouTube just started pushing that one because it was funny because there's like a little line that you get on YouTube where it shows what the growth rate is, and usually when the video first goes live, it starts off at the beginning and then jumps up and then kind of plateaus off, and then it stays on that kind of trajectory for the rest of the life of the video. Well, this one did that and was kind of into its flat, and then all of a sudden there was another growth spike a few months back, and that was I think because YouTube started pushing that video because it went from like 2,000 views to 20,000 views in like a week and a half or something. Yeah, on video 3, I went to where Jack Ruby's bar was. It isn't there anymore. It's a big building now. But thank you, Jackie Booth. Yeah, well, we'll be going for I don't know another 15 or 20 minutes, so you're not too late. I think I'll hire a pool maintenance person at some point. I don't think so. I think so far it seems like this is one of those things that I can do on my own. So yeah, probably not. I'm a hands-on person. If I can do it myself, I'd rather do it that way. Plus the fact I'm not really sure what the finances look like yet, so I want to kind of go easy for at least the first couple months until I really start seeing what I have to spend. I think I'm going to be in really good shape, but until I got a couple months under my belt, I'm not going to have any experience with it. So we're just going easy for now. No, I haven't seen any more neighbors since then. How's the finger doing? I got it. It's doing better. I get the stitches out on Wednesday. I just got a Band-Aid on it right now. because when I'm done with the live stream, I'm going to go work in the garage, and I just kind of want to protect it a little bit. I plan on an Instant Pot vlog again soon. There will be more. It's going to probably be a little while here until we get to the point where I'm, past all this moving in and getting everything settled. That's really the priority right now, but we'll come back on that at some point. Thank you, Kathy. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. It's really nice of you. Did I get the stitches out? No, the stitches don't get out until next Wednesday. I thought about getting an electric bike. No, I have just a regular bike. Kind of defeats the point of having a bike if you're not pedaling. That's just me. Yeah, 2020 has been a weird year. In fact, I saw a funny video on Facebook this morning. The caption said, "If Facebook or if 2020, wait, let's see, if 2020 were a video or something like that." And it's a picture of this flamingo flying over a swimming pool, and he actually ends up crashing into the bridge and falling into the water, stunned and almost unconscious, and then trying for another like 2 or 3 minutes to get out of the water. Has anyone used the new doorbell? Just me. And it just sounds like a doorbell. So thank you, Jan. I appreciate that. Yeah, go take care of the dog. That's important. Um, pets are an important part of our life. I appreciate the contribution. Thank you so much. Come on, Bite. You really gonna walk away? Jan just gave us a super chat. And I can't even see him right now. He's over there, kind of on the other side, behind the couch or behind the lazy boy. Come on, buddy. Yeah, that always gets him to come out. There he is. There's the Bite. Meow, 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 meow. Yeah, that's the Bite, man. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll do a barbecue. But if you're in need of some barbecue videos, go over and look at Jeff Kidd's channel. That's what that is. That's all barbecue. In fact, when I get to the point where I'm firing up my smoker, I'm gonna actually, watch some of that and learn how to do that, because he seems to have that thing nailed. I'm curious if you can hear the bell everywhere in the house. I would assume it does. I mean, here, I'll go ring it for you. Let's see hear how loud it is. The thing is like 15 feet that way, so hang on a second. So yeah, that's still the doorbell I got. And actually there's a volume control on it. I could make it louder if I wanted to, but that's fine. I think it's loud enough. Have I had any YouTube videos demonetized recently? No, actually they've been better. They've got this new thing that they're doing right now where they let you self-certify that your video is free of any of the issues that they would complain about. And apparently, the more times you do it and accurately report what's in your videos, the more they trust you. And apparently, they're getting to the point where they trust me now. So, no, I haven't seen the comment. I actually wish I probably should go out and check it out at some point. Yeah, I've heard that you can see it like in the early morning, like 3 or 4 in the morning. Yeah, I got to go back watching some of Jeff's videos. Now that I have one of those smokers, we can uh, we can deal with that and learn how to do it. But yeah, it would be fun to do that. Yeah, it's a loud bell, and I think I can make it louder. I think I don't have it full blast, but to my knowledge, nobody's used it yet. So except for me, I've pushed it a couple times. Yeah, no, I won't be locking myself out anymore. That's not going to happen. Was I not interested in the Ring doorbell? Um, the issue I have is that they figured out how to hack them. And so at that point, I get a little concerned about that. Am I completely out of the apartment? I've got all my stuff out of there. I still need to go back and do some cleaning and stuff like that, but I got another month to do that. And so we'll work that out at some point. Yeah, I actually kind of wish maybe I'd gone and rather than just bought one at Home Depot. I'm sure they probably got some that you could like put MP3s on or something like that. And it would play. You can make your own ring doorbells or well, like you can make your own ringtones for cell phones. Will I be handing out candy for Halloween? Count on it. Yeah, I mean, I have no idea, what kind of Halloween traffic there'll be around here, but you know what, we'll play it by ear, and I may just end up, you know, with a lot of candy left over. I don't know. We'll see. It depends on how the kids do it, you know. And I haven't really wandered around here during the day a lot just to see, what kind of kids there are around. So we'll have to figure it out. Okay, thanks for stopping in, Black Dot. Yeah, you were here almost the whole time here. I think you were one of the first people to comment. So appreciate that. You stayed for the whole thing here. We're, you know, 10 minutes away or something from the end here. So yeah, I suppose I could ask the neighbors, see what they think. But it'll all be an issue of really how many kids there are around here. And I don't know. I know there's kids that live directly across the street from me, but beyond that, it seems like you know, older people and stuff like that. But there are some young families around here too. I see some young people around here, young adults, and people in their 20s and 30s, and those are exactly the kind of people that are going to have kids. So, like I said, I just want to kind of gauge how the neighborhood deals with Halloween before I go all out with a full on Halloween display. I'll probably put a black light out and something simple like that. I hope I came to a spot where it's very popular with Halloween because Halloween's one of my favorites, and I would be sad if there wasn't really a whole lot of Halloween activity here. Okay, Kenneth. Yeah, we'll be like I said. We're about to wrap this thing up. For those of you, Diane just said you missed the chats. Um, yeah, while I'm doing this whole move-in thing, the chats are going to probably be earlier in the day. We'll probably move back to later in the afternoon for doing them at some point. But I want to, kind of get to the point where, when I'm moving in, I want to have as much of the day as I can to do. to work on moving into the house, and that just kind of means getting this done quickly because I don't want to come in here and be all sweaty and doing a live stream. That's no fun. Yeah, thanks for stopping in, Tracy. You're another regular viewer. I appreciate that. So many of you come back week after week after week. It blows my mind. Does it blow your mind, Bite? I don't know if you can see him. Yeah, that's sort of him right there, kind of chilling in the hall right now. Yes, he is. He's chilling in the hall. I wish you were here to help me unpack too. I haven't used the pellet grill at all yet. I've used just the barbecue end of things. Like I said, I gotta read the manual and figure that out. And right now, all of the process, all of the time I'm spending is about moving into the house. So I think once I get in and get settled a little bit, then we'll start playing with things like that. Jay Wild enjoys everything I do. Thank you, Jay Wild. Appreciate that. Yeah, yeah, we got a little bit of stuff on the wall up there. You know, the place is starting to come together. So we'll keep working on it. A lot of those things are the things that we got when basically on the trip here. Basically, we got all of it because that thing right there, the Smith and Wesson thing, I got that in Hicko, Texas, on the way in. That's from the Winchester Mystery House, and I went to Jordan. Went with Jordan to that. That's the I got that from Roswell, New Mexico. I bought that in I bought that thing at Bucky's in Temple, and I think Jordan was here for that. And I got that thing right there. That's my Texas Chainsaw Massacre thing. I got that at the Texas Chainsaw Massacre garage, and then that thing there is a license plate like the one on the DeLorean from the Back to the Future movie. It says "out of time" on it, and I think I got that at Universal Studios. Once again, when I went with Jordan. So yeah, Jordan's a part of everything there. I think he was there when I got all of it. Yeah, wait till I start unpacking the Guided by Voices posters, because I don't think you ever saw it that much in the house in California. Because probably by the time I started doing videos, I was already taken down. And but I have, I don't know, probably 100 or 150 Guided by Voices posters, and I had it just coating the walls uh, upstairs in my house. And I think what's going to happen is it's going to be all over these walls here. It's going to be all over the walls on the hall here, down and around the corner, going into the bedroom. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of Guided by Voices in here. Oh yeah, I hope I don't get to the point where I'm 2 years in, don't have things unpacked yet. With a little luck, I should be completely unpacked in the next month or so. Thanks for stopping in, Mark. Yeah, we'll do this again next week. You know how this works. I do these every week. Unless my internet doesn't work, and that happens sometimes. Am I going to work in the haunted house again? I don't know. I hope so, but it might not work out. I don't know. I'll have to see how it works because their big nights are like Friday and Saturday night. And Friday and Saturday night I work, but I'm off at 7:30. And if they don't really technically start until like 9 or 10, then I could conceivably do it because it's only like a 30-minute drive to Temple from here. So I don't know. We'll see. I'd like to do it again. I had a blast doing that. That was so much fun last year. I think I always kind of wanted to do that. Will I visit the Magnolia Silos again? I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. That's something that kind of appeals to a certain audience, and maybe I'm not that audience entirely. I mean, I appreciate some of that stuff, but like I commented at the time, the whole thing seemed to be about Joanna. If it was truly about Chip and Joanna, they'd be selling like power tools there too, but they don't do that. Who's my ISP? I'm using Spectrum. I'm getting through my cable. Internet's pretty good. How is Nibble? Nibble's great. Yeah, she really likes this place. She's definitely a company, comfortable with this place now. Did the thumb show improvement after swimming in the pool? Um, I think it was a good thing because I think it cleaned out the wound a little bit, and that was probably a good thing. Do I have a basement there? No, no basements in this part of Texas. Thank you, Diane. Appreciate that. Appreciate that a lot. You're also nice and generous. I don't know, Bike. Somebody says that you need a kiss. Do you need a kiss? He's looking at me wondering, is that some code word for kitty treat? You want to come back and say one final hello? Huh? Shake the kitty treat jar and you're likely to get them. Come on, you got to come up here though. They want you to have a belly rub. Ow, that was my whole finger again. What's up, dude? Oops, dropped that one. That was me being clumsy, wasn't it? See, that's how you con him into the belly rubs here, and then you catch him before he runs away. Don't you? Got to catch him before he runs away here. All right, it's belly rub time. Yeah, belly rub time. Big fat belly. Yes, it is. You got a big fat belly, don't you? Yeah, I don't know. It would be fun to have a nice big basement here, but that's okay. I have a storm shelter, so that deal. That would be the benefit of having a basement in Texas would be as a backup storm shelter. Yeah, yeah, a lot of basements in Minnesota. I know my grandparents all had them. In fact, my aunt and uncle and cousins, well, my aunt and uncle technically, they actually converted their basement into like, they finished it and turned it into a family room. Very, very nice. They have that satisfying walk working for them. Yeah. Thank you, Denise. I'm glad that you just kind of enjoy listening to me. I don't know. I still don't get it. I don't listen to me that much. But then again, I have to listen to me all the time. So I guess that gets a little old. We're told you don't have basements here in Texas because we're on a rock. Yeah, well, that's a good reason. I haven't really done any digging in my backyard, so I don't know what's underneath me. Thank you, Linda. Yeah, we're probably going to wrap up any minute now here. We're past our 2 hour mark. I'll have to add that to the list of reasons. You're trying to trying to analyze why it is that people watch me. I guess Diane says she likes the tone of my voice, so that's cool. Appreciate that. Oh, Bite's back. Now he's down over here. Meow. All right. Well, it does sound like we're kind of winding down a little bit, so I'm going to end this one. We'll pick up another one, next week. And I got a video going up in looks like about 7.5 hours. It'll be, let's see, what is it? Oh, it's a little bit more working in here. I got some of the little stuff put up, stuff on the walls. You saw a little bit of that. You'll see me doing that in a few hours. But I'm going to go out and work in the garage right now, and you'll see that video on Tuesday and for the next few days. I think the next thing I want to do is get total control of the garage, and that kind of starts now. So that's all I got for tonight. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I will see you next time. Good night.